Now is the chance to use reliable energy to grow your money with the Dominion Energy Reliability Investment. Our new investment product offers competitive returns, no maintenance fees, and flexible online access to your money. Make the reliable investment in reliable energy. The Dominion Energy Reliability Investment. To find out more, go online to reliabilityinvestment.com. That's reliabilityinvestment.com.
Blog Talk Radio. Unmarket Your Business, the podcast. Born out of the need to share strategies and techniques that really work to market your business. Think yellow page ads and cold calls are your only choices? That's so last century. You're about to learn tested, tried and true marketing techniques you can apply and master. Ones that feel authentic instead of salesy. Strategies that are true to who you are and how you want to present yourself to your ideal clients. Let's join our host, Carol Joyce Dunlop, in the studio now and allow business success to move forward. Hey, everyone. Hey, what's going on? This is Carol J. Dunlop, your online wow strategist. And I think I have my guest on the line. I just need to make sure. Tearanie, are you there?
Yes, you do.
Great.
You have her on the line. I'm right here.
Right, awesome. I was trying to get to you beforehand, but sometimes technology doesn't quite work the way it needs to work. So hang on for just a second. We'll be right back with you, okay?
No problem.
All right, everyone. I hope you are doing well. You can see we got our guest on the line. I just didn't want to be talking to air. You know how it goes sometimes. But, hey, no problem with that. We have a great show ahead of you. We're talking about how to take charge of your financial destiny, and it's going to be totally awesome. But before we get into that, I just want to let you know that my book hit #1. Woohoo! I am so happy, so happy, so happy. So thank everyone out there for, yes, that is totally awesome, and that is all God. That is all God, I'm telling you. So thanks to everyone out there who actually was part of the pre-sale and bought the book, which you got the first 3 chapters free, and also you're getting the ebook, the online ebook free, and an autographed copy. And then for the next couple days, I think until Saturday, you can get it absolutely for free if you log on to bit.ly/unmarketbooks. I want to thank everyone out there. And not only is it #1 in the U.S., it's also #1 in Japan, and it's #1 in the UK, and it's #2 in Canada. How about that? I'm an international best-selling Amazon author. Woohoo! Oh, I'm tired. I'm telling you. So without any further ado, we're going to bring our guest on because we don't have a lot of time and we got a lot of stuff to get to. So Mrs. Tearanie Parker, how are you doing today?
I'm doing well, thank you. How are you?
I'm on top of the world. I really, really am. I am
it
thankful.
That way. It sounds.
Yes. I am thankful.
Yes.
I am grateful because I did not do this by myself. Of course, God, #1, pushed his stuff and did his stuff, but I also had a team of people behind me to help me. I had all the people who actually, like the editor, the one who edited the book, my author coach who helped me write the book. And then I also had all the people who contributed to the book. I had unmarketing superstars in there, people who actually purchased a listing in the back of the book so that, you think about it, yes, my book is, #1 and all these people are reading it, but they're also seeing their listings too. So how about that?
Wow, that is awesome. Awesome.
Love to share. Amen. So, Tearanie, let me do one thing. I hear some little dings coming in. So I like to be totally in on what I'm doing. So I had to close out something. Go ahead and tell people a little bit about yourself, and then we're going to get right into the meat of what we're talking about.
Well, sure. My name is Tearanie Parker, and I am a financial professional. I'm a financial educator, author, and speaker. And so congratulations on your books. I do understand that, that whole ordeal with writing and such. I get you on that, but it can be very rewarding. But I'm also the founder of Funding an Empire, and I actually host a weekly show is actually on Fridays, where I just give practical tips regarding, everyday financial issues. And I love, love, love helping people understand that money is simply a tool that we control, and that, getting a better understanding of that will help us get to the next level, no matter what level you're on financially.
Exactly. And that's why I wanted you to come on here, because money, finances, all that stuff is very confusing to people, and they make it seem like, I don't know who the they is, but they make it seem like it's out of our control, it's out of our hands, we can't do anything about it, however we're born is how we're going to die type of thing. And I just say that is not true, because you can change your destiny.
Not.
It's in your power, and I know you do that. That's why I wanted to talk to you. Let's start off by telling us a little bit about your money story. What's your money story, Tearanie?
Well, my money story is not uncommon. I grew up in a single parent home, and basically a home where I saw a lot of lack, a lot of struggle, and so a lot of us don't understand that what we are taught in our homes about money, whether you're taught directly or indirectly, can have an effect on how you relate to money when you actually leave the home. So I'm 18 years old. I'm out on my own. My mother never taught me about building your credit. She never taught me about a checking account. She never taught us about, any type of personal finance at all. And it wasn't that, she didn't want to teach us, is that she just didn't know that's something that, she should have done. And actually it's something that when I became a parent, I actually did the same exact thing she did. I didn't teach my kids. So we're out there, we're doing our own thing, and then all of a sudden, we're having all these financial issues and we don't know why. And it does have to do with a lack of knowledge. That is one of the things, because I didn't understand that, yes, I must save, I must multiply my money. I didn't understand that, to not just ignore debt, to just totally stay away from it. I mean, there's certain things you have to, purchase. You have to get into debt when it comes to purchasing a home. And some of us had to get into debt when we went to college. I know I did, because my mother didn't pay for college and my father wasn't around.
Right.
So basically what I observed in my home, it actually seeped into the way I managed my money when I became an adult. So here I was, finally making money and just spending frivolously. I'm doing things that, are actually hindering me. I have no sense of what a budget is whatsoever. I don't understand anything about investing, but I marry someone who was raised quite differently and whose parents did teach him about money and did teach him about saving and investing and, living beneath your means, all of that. And so a saver, which was my husband, married a spender. So you can just imagine the arguments, the fights, the issues that were going on in my home, all over money, because I did not have the knowledge that he had. And so it caused a lot of confusion until finally I realized, you know what, I need to listen to this man.
Amen to that, right?
What to do with the money here. And I got some issues, and he doesn't. And, well, not in that area at least. So what I decided to do was I decided to sit down with him at least twice a month and go over our budget, go over our debt, go over our spending. And I learned a lot with sitting with him. He actually taught me that, we don't have to live the way our parents live. We actually can do better because we have access to a lot of financial knowledge online, whether we go to a financial professional, whether we read books. There's a lot of financial knowledge out there, so you don't have to do or make the same mistakes that our parents made which was in my case. In his case, his parents did teach him. So and he did see someone who was saving and investing and such. So in sitting down twice a month with him, we slowly and surely begin to develop a plan, a financial plan that actually helped us. And it was a 1 year. It started off being 1 year, then it went to 5 years, and then 10-year plan. Well, where do we see ourselves, and how do we want to change some of the bad habits that was developed in me? How do I change those mistakes that I made with getting into debt? Well, we make a plan to get out of it, and we stick to it. So that's what we did. And with sitting down with my husband twice a month and getting a better view on our finances and understanding that we must work together as a team in order for us to accomplish greater, that's what changed me. That's my story.
I love that.
Then I didn't realize that years later I was going to be in the finance industry, and I would be teaching people the same exact things that I had a problem with.
Wow.
It was amazing. It was amazing. People would come in and sit with me, and the same things that they were saying, I did it. So I knew how to help them get out of it. Yes. So that's my story.
That is so awesome. That is so awesome. I love that, and I love that you say you were a spender, but you married a saver, and it can cause money. I think isn't it like number one or number two reason that relationships break up anyway? I'm pretty sure it's high up there. I know.
Absolutely, it's actually in the top 5. But yes, money is one of the major issues when it comes to divorce, and I can see why. Because it was some heated battles. I thought one way, and that's the thing. Our mindset was different.
Exactly.
I had an unhealthy relationship with money, but he did not. We were we saw money from 2 different perspectives.
Wow. I guess I was I mirrored what you were, because I was definitely a spender. I didn't understand money at all, and I'm not professing that I understand it now. I'm still struggling, but I'm working on it. You know how they say God's still working on me? He's still working on me.
Yeah.
And my husband, I like your husband, he grew up in a different way, a different attitude, a different mindset about money, and it can struggle because the thing is, the whole mindset is you believe your mindset is right. You live in your own reality, like why can't I go out there and buy these shoes, even if they're $20, but you got $15 in your bank account, and you're trying to see how you can get another $5 to get the shoes, but rent or mortgage is due. Come on now.
Exactly. And that's when I realized there are 3 destructive forces that will hinder, that has hindered people from increase, abundance. It has hindered us from breaking that ceiling from over our heads where we can actually walk into greater because of 3 things. And the first one is knowledge. Now, I did have that issue. I had a lack of knowledge about finances, about personal finance. I didn't understand how money worked. I didn't understand about saving an emergency fund. I didn't understand about a retirement plan. Why should I start a retirement plan? I mean, really, had no clue that the earlier you start, the better, because especially now that a lot of companies do not offer pensions. So it's up to us to actually build that retirement. I had no clue. And so I didn't understand that basically the basic financial principles I had a hard time with. And so that's with a lot of people. So we have that lack of knowledge. But then it's also another force is insecurity. So there are people who have the knowledge, but they are totally insecure. And insecurity is like a very bad friend who just hangs around you and actually initiates you to do things that you shouldn't do. So that very bad friend, that insecurity, is the one that's saying, go buy this because you need to look a certain way. Go purchase this car. Even though you can't afford it, you need to buy that car. Go and purchase this home. even though you can't afford that, you're going to struggle, you need to do that. That's what insecurity would do, and it actually derives from deep-seated wounds from childhood, where because a lot of us, lived in lack, when we became adults and we actually experienced increase, we just was feeding wounds of, okay, I need to buy this, I need to buy that, because we saw our value in that. So insecurity will actually put people in the poorhouse. It will actually
You are so right. Yeah.
Yeah,
you are so right.
in financial instability. That's what insecurity does. So that's the second destructive force. And the last destructive force are strongholds. Now, this one, a lot of people don't realize that they're actually walking in or do have strongholds when it comes to finance. We look at strongholds in other areas such as relationships and such. But in the area of finance, a stronghold could be just the fact that I procrastinate. And because I procrastinate, it's just the way I am. We really don't understand that's a stronghold. Even though I know I'm supposed to put these things, I know I'm supposed to get life insurance, but I don't want to get life insurance because if I get life insurance, my kids are going to get rich off of me. That's a stronghold. You know how many people I hear that from? Or I don't want to get life insurance because if I die, my wife is going to be living it up with another man. That's a stronghold.
Oh, really?
They're strong.
Wow.
Yes. Well, you're just bound. You really believe it, and it's so deeply embedded and ingrained in your mind. You think it's true. You think it's a part of your personality when it's not. It's actually a stronghold that it needs to be debunked, basically. And how we do that is we address those issues. Why do I feel this way? Mental strongholds are very secretive in that they hide in your innermost parts of your being, but they come out at moments where you least expect it, and especially when in an area of finance. It can come out in greed, complacency. I know that I don't make enough money, but I don't want to start a small business because I just don't want to get out of my comfort zone. So I'd rather live paycheck to paycheck than to start a small business and get out of that situation. That's a stronghold. Those types of things, it's deeply embedded where you think it's just a part of you. Or it can be a stronghold of stealing. Everybody else steals, so I might as well steal. That's a strong
oh, my goodness.
I might as well do it, so that's a stronghold. So there are different types of strongholds. When it comes to money, the types of strongholds that keep us bound greatly affect the way our money flows. We don't achieve greater or more because of strongholds. We won't start that business, or we won't apply for a higher position because we don't think that we're going to be able to get it, or we have products and services and we charge less for them because we think we're not valuable. Stronghold.
Right.
When you have products,
that is, but
you're not adequately charging for it because you don't feel like you deserve it, or you have some type of insecurity, or you feel like you're like I can't really do this. So what happens is you downplay your gifts and talents. That's a stronghold.
Right. And then it kind of gets like when you do start the business, you do start getting out there charging the money that you think you deserve. And then the first person you say that price to, they're like, why you charge so much for that? I know Sally Sue can do that for me for, hundreds of dollars less or whatever. And then you feel like,
but that's,
oh, yeah, then you stop. Then you're done. You don't keep going. You're like, it's all that, and that's about knowledge. That's about how to present the value of something to someone so that they like, I'm willing to pay that. Because I'm going to tell you something. Those red bottom shoes, how many people really need those red bottom shoes? Not a lot. I'm pretty sure not anybody that has the red bottom shoes that cost. They don't need them, but they will spend their rent They will spend their car payment. They will spend whatever they need to get those red bottom shoes for status purposes. But if you tell them, let's go and invest in yourself to get yourself out of this poverty mindset or whatever, they're like, oh, no, that's $500. No, that's too much. That's too much. So, yeah, you're right. It is definitely about a mindset.
Stronghold. Yeah. That's a mind stronghold mindset. Same thing. That's a stronghold. And so that's why when someone says that to you, you know, why are you charging that? That's when you have to know your value. You have to know that I am charging this because of what I am offering you is so valuable that it's going to transform your life, and I believe in it. So therefore, my price is my price. I'm not going to dumb it down just because you think that I should. This is where it comes to you knowing who you are. You must know who you are and know who you are on top of that.
Right.
And then say, you know what, that's the reason why I'm charging this. And I guarantee you, if you just walk in that truth, you're going to run across people who will pay that. And they're going to tell their friends, and they're going to tell their friends. So, and that's where a lot of people, they don't keep going in that. They actually, you know, okay, somebody said something about my pricing. Let me just go ahead and, you know, bring it down. And actually, you just diminish everything that you're accomplishing here. So that's what I'm talking about when it comes to strongholds. Know who you are. Very important when it comes to strongholds, when it comes to understanding your money and how money works. You are in control, not the other way around.
Wow, that is so powerful. Now, I know that you have a book that's coming out in January. Tell us about that and how that relates back to all this stuff that this knowledge you've been laying on us today.
Well, I'm glad you asked that. Yes, my book is called Funding an Empire, and the subtitle is What My Parents Didn't Teach About Money. So that's why I'm talking to you about it, because it's exactly what my book is about. And basically, I'm talking about the fact that, you know, I was raised in a single-family home, and, you know, because of things that happened in that home, in regards to what I saw, it seeped into not just my relationships, but the way I handle money. So, and I didn't realize that. And money became, or shall I say, materialistic things became a crutch for me. It became something that I once longed for, because I was covering up wounds that I didn't realize that I had. And so, and I'm talking about in my book, you know, yes, it could be a lack of knowledge for some of us, but for others, it could be insecurity, and it could be strongholds that are hindering us from achieving more, you know, especially if we are having a hard time, you know, getting out of debt, or we keep shopping. I remember one of my friends was telling me that they call it shopping therapy, meaning that, you know, because they felt such, you know, they were going through a rough time that day, or, you know, things were going wrong in the home. So what they did was their comfort, their outlet was going shopping. So they constantly were shopping for things, buying things they didn't need, getting into debt deeper and deeper, not realizing it was just something that they were doing to cover up what the real issue was. They never got to the root of the real issue. So money, it can be used in that. Money can be used in a way that, you know, it actually defines a lot of people. If they don't have money, they think they're nothing. That is so wrong. You are something even if you don't have money.
Right, and then the people who do have the money, they think that they're so much better. I'm not saying all people who have money are bad, because that's another strong, you know, mindset, a stronghold, that all people who have money are bad, that rich people are evil, or that if I'm a Christian, I need to be poor and eating dirt cakes or something, because God never said that. God never said anything about, okay, if you're going to follow me, be my child, be in my tribe or anything, that you need to be poor as dirt or worse. The poorer you are, the more closer to God. I don't know where that came from, but that is a prevalent thing.
I don't know where that came from either, because Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, and it was quite well. And a lot of us as Christians, we profess the blessings of Abraham. We want the blessings of Abraham, but do we really know what the blessings of Abraham was wealth. It was more than wealth.
Right.
He had favor.
Right.
So much more than that. He had the presence of God, but also there was wealth involved in that. And so, when you look at the Word of God, God tells us in His Word, that He wants us to have life and have it more abundantly. That's in every area.
Definitely.
And so God has given us the ability to create wealth. Why is that in there? So we can't pick and choose in the Bible when it comes to money, what we want to follow and what we don't. We got to take the whole word in context. And even though Jesus, when He was here, it didn't say He was wealthy, but it didn't say He was poor either. All His needs were met. When they need to pay taxes,
He didn't have to be either.
His disciples, that's all right.
He didn't have to be either. He had it all. It's one of those things where we take our humanality. We take what we know as humans and how hard the struggle is, and we put it on everything, and then we say, I'm going through this, but God knows my heart and all this. Well, God wants you to be able to take care of yourself, and He wants strong people for the kingdom. He says put on the full armor of God. If you're trying to go out there and get people over to understand what being a Christian is about, you got to have money and means, and you got to have ability. So you can't just be rolling around in the dirt and be not able to take care of yourself. He wants people who are strong. If you're able to take care of yourself, you're strong. You fed your body. Your body is the temple, all that kind of thing. And then the other thing, one more thing I wanted to address is money and women and working. If we looked at it was Proverbs 33. Is that it? We're talking about the woman of God.
A virtuous woman, yes.
Yeah, a virtuous woman.
I think it's
she sat at the. I think it is too. If y'all are out there, please forgive me if I have it a little bit wrong, but the story is right. I mean, she sat at the gate, and her husband was proud of her, and she sold fabrics. She sold stuff. She had people that worked for her. She was an entrepreneur. So that is a stronghold we have to leave behind too, and look at it that if you are a child of God and you want to get out there and do your thing, get out there and do your thing. Be prosperous. Serve God mightily and boldly, and use your money for good. That's what you should be doing, but you got to know how to use it, and you got to have some money for you to be able to use it for good.
Exactly. And the thing is, women are living a lot longer than men. So we as women have to make sure that we are on point when it comes to our finances. I believe because, first of all, statistics tell us that they are predicting within the next 10 to 15 years, actually more 10 years now, because this came out a couple of years ago, that more money will come into the hands of women like never before, because widowers are now becoming younger and younger for some reason. Our men are leaving this earth, and so you have more money, and then women are CEOs. Women are, they're in the workforce, and they're handling their business, and they're, in professional positions. They are owning businesses and hiring people. So they actually have to be on point when it comes to their finances, because if we do live, especially if we have longevity in our family, well into our 90s, we have to make sure that once our income stops, that we have monies to draw from. So women in particular, it's a very sensitive issue right now, because women are living longer, and they're outliving their men. And even with the whole thing with long-term care and, women are not wanting to go into nursing homes. They want to stay in their homes now, having somebody come in who's going to take for that. There's a lot of issues when it comes to finances, when it comes to women, that we are now truly head-on addressing because of the fact that women are head of households now. You know, it's a different world. So we have to really be on point when it comes to our money.
We do.
Absolutely.
Tearanie, we've come down to the end of our time. You've been so awesome. We've got to get you back. Tell us how people can get in touch with you and find.
First of all, they can find me on Facebook at Funding an Empire. They also can email me at fundinganempire. Email me at fundinganempire@gmail.com. I'm sorry, it's fundinganempire@gmail.com. I always give people my phone number. I know that sounds crazy, but I do because I love getting calls. So they can reach out to me and call me at 757-816-0253. And basically that's it.
Cool. Awesome. Tearanie, you have been more than awesome. We're going to have to get you back on here, especially when your book comes out, to talk more about that. But I just want to let you know that you have truly blessed us today by being here. And sometimes, you know, we go a little deep in the Bible and the Word and things like that because we're, you know, Christians and we let our light shine. But this is truly, and we have to. That's our calling. But we have to be serious about our business, serious about what we're doing, and that's why I started the Unmarket Your Business podcast, to show people different ways, unique, unmarketing, untraditional ways that you can market your business and be successful with it. And you are truly an example of that. So we can't wait to get you back on the show. Do you have any parting thoughts you'd like to leave us with?
Absolutely. One of the things that I want people to understand is it doesn't matter what financial situation you're in, if it can be changed. It doesn't matter how old you are, your financial situation can change. And every last one of us has an empire, every one of us. So make sure that you're building that empire. No matter what income bracket you're in, build that empire and make sure you're telling your children also how to build theirs.
Awesome. I love that. Thank you so much, Tearanie. Thanks, everyone, for joining in. And I want you to make sure that you get your free book because I worked hard on it. My team worked hard on it, and I want you to benefit from it. So go to bit.ly/unmarketbook. Get it now. It won't be on sale forever. You can get it for absolutely free. And then join us again next week. We'll have another great guest on that's going to tell you some awesome stuff that you can put into practice right away. Everyone have a great day, great weekend. See you later. Thanks for listening. We truly appreciate it. For information about guests, products, or services that were mentioned in this episode, log on to our website at www.csicorporation.com/unmarketing. To learn more, get a glimpse of our upcoming schedule, and join the unmarketing nation of entrepreneurs who are using marketing techniques that work right now. Until next time, keep moving forward.